People love to hear manifesting money success stories. Why? Because one of the most challenging things about law of attraction is that you can't peek behind the curtain. You can't really see the magic at work until everything falls into place. So it requires faith, sometimes a hell of a lot of faith. So that's why today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite stories about people manifesting money and success. Plus, we are going to peek behind the curtain and talk about what it is they did that really helped everything fall into place. For regular tips on all things money and manifesting to help you build an aligned and abundant business so you never worry about money again, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell. I absolutely love it when one of our students jumps into the Magnetic Money Club and shares their manifesting success stories with us. It's that excitement, that enthusiasm, that realization that, yes, it does all pay off. It is happening. That is absolutely priceless because then you recognize that you really are the creator of your life. And this is not just the stuff of fairy tales. It's a wonderful moment of empowerment. So I really encourage you to make sure you have that you have a supportive community around you so you can celebrate all your manifesting success stories, the small ones and the big ones. Because as you do that over and over again, you actually complete one of the most important pieces of the puzzle, which is convincing yourself that this stuff works, that you are the creator of your life, that your thoughts do become things, that there is a benevolent universe that has your back, and that all those thoughts and ideas and dreams and wishes you have, they're actual possibilities that are all lined up, waiting to drop into your experience. And it's when you fully embrace that and you move from hoping and wishing that it can be so to absolutely knowing it can be and taking the positive action that aligns with that, that's when all those amazing manifestations can start dropping in, and suddenly you'll have turned the corner and be that overnight success where everything just seems to flow so easily for you. So let me share with you 3 awesome stories that are real life people just like you who are students in my Magnetic Money program. And, these ladies, when they started, they had fears and worries and hopes, hoping that they'd made the right decision, that they were on the right track and that this wasn't some wild goose chase, just like you. Karen had been desperate to go to Ireland for a really long time. But between, life and financial commitments and family commitments and money feeling a bit tight, she couldn't see how she could ever possibly go, how she would ever be able to save up the money to make this trip of a lifetime. So then Karen joined us in a really fun little game that we do in the warm-up to the Magnetic Money program. And it's just a fun game where we raise our vibration, where we just allow ourselves to dream and throw caution to the wind and really get into a state of what it feels like to be abundant. And next thing you know, there was this amazing little post from Karen saying, "Oh my God, I have just received $16,000 that I was not at all expecting from a source I didn't even know about. And it's just free money, $16,000, completely unexpected bonus money." And so off she went. She went to Ireland on that trip of a lifetime that she'd been dreaming about for decades. And she got to take her father with her as well. So just like that, overnight, simply by raising her vibration and daring to align herself with that level of abundance, the abundance could flow from a completely unexpected source, and off she went to fulfill that amazing dream. So let me tell you about another student. Let's call her Sophie, not her real name. Now, Sophie runs a medical clinic, and at one stage she used to have 3 doctors and 2 full-time staff and, really great income, but also big overheads, lots of work, long hours, and all the rest of it. So then she had a couple more children and decided that she really needed to change things. So she sold that business and started on her own, just herself and a part-time assistant, and she decided that she would only ever work 3 days a week because her family came first. Now, as she got started, she realized that the money wasn't really flowing the way she wanted it to. And so what she did is she sat down and looked at what the limiting beliefs were that were holding her back. And they were not being able to do it on her own, needing to have lots of staff to be able to support her. And number three, needing to work long hours in order to make good money. So she addressed those limiting beliefs. She worked on releasing and transforming them. And the very next month, she had her first ever $30,000 month. And she's gone on from there. So that's the power of just looking at what are those limiting beliefs that are getting in the way of you and the abundance you want, and really sitting down to address and transform them. So I wonder if you can see yourself in either one of those stories. Are you maybe somebody who has shifted their thinking around money and the money started to flow? Or are you somebody who has at some point managed to shift the way you think about money and allowed the money to flow? If you've got a manifesting money success story of your own that happened as a direct result of you shifting the way you think or feel about money, I would really love to hear it. So please type it for me in the comments below. Let me share Alexis's story with you. So Alexis is a mindset coach and she helps people unpack their own unique manifesting process. She's actually an amazing manifester herself. So in her business, she would manifest a $15,000 week, a $20,000 month. But the only problem was there were long stretches of nothing in between. It was a real feast and famine roller coaster. So when we first sat down to look at it, her income for the previous year was okay, but she knew she was capable of so much more because really that income had just come in fits and spurts. And in between, there was a whole lot of stress and worry. So first of all, we unpacked a couple of limiting beliefs that she hadn't unearthed yet herself, and that helped. But then we went one step further and we realized and recognized that she really felt nervous and anxious about managing her money. She didn't really know what the best thing to do with it was when it came in. So we made a plan for her. We made a plan for her money, and we made sure that she was really clear on where that money needed to go when it came in, so that she knew she was putting it to good use and being the really responsible and confident custodian of her money. And it completely unblocked the floodgates for her. In 3 months, she made more money than she had the entire year before. And it was all because she was able to release that resistance that was blocking the money from flowing by actually feeling confident about what she would then do with it once it arrived. So as you might have noticed, each of these stories actually had a different missing ingredient. That was that piece of the puzzle that needed to fall into place for them so that the money could start to flow. But these three things are actually all you need to worry about. So if you'd like to learn more about that and learn how to make your money manifesting easy and simple, then I have got a special free masterclass that you might like to watch. So all you need to do is click on the link in the description and you can watch that right away. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button, that you subscribe and share it with your friends, because it's time for you and them to embrace your unlimited potential and you're absolutely ready to take the next step. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.